So we've joined Eric at the 510 stand to talk about several new shoes, but we'll start with the new take on the Hiangle.
Yeah. So the Hiangle has been around for quite a while.
Yeah.
And it's been actually one of our most popular shoes, especially for indoor climbing and sports climbing and bouldering.
Yeah, sure.
But we needed to do some remakes on it and wanted to redesign the heel as well as the tensioning of the tensioning of the heel. So these are sort of, and also like this came as a result to split the front and the back to make it a little bit more
I
supple.
see. Yeah.
But otherwise, it's the same same last. The toe box has changed slightly, but I find it very similar, so it doesn't really change. But the biggest things are that we have redesigned the heel. So instead of having this open window, which was not rubberized before, we made the heel without the window, but still having this sort of opening, which will sort of give the heel a bit of space to readjust towards like different heel fits.
Yeah, makes sense.
And that was also like getting rid of that open spot was also a request from the competitive climbers, mainly. And yes, also instead of being synthetic or being a leather shoe, as in the past, well, we had a synthetic version as well, but this one is a microfiber, synthetic microfiber instead. But it is still, it gives away a little bit. So it's not like a non-stretchy microfiber. It still stretches, but it also rebounds a little bit more in comparison to leather, which once it's stretched, it's stretched. So it's it's a little bit sort of a forgiving microfiber. As in like comparison to the Anasazis, which have this like canvas lining, which doesn't really give that much.
So you could expect to go up maybe half a size or something as they stretch.
Yes. They definitely, especially like with most climbing shoes, they're a bit hard to get on the first time. And then after a few sessions, they slide on nicely.
That looks great.
Yeah, I guess that's the main point of it.
Cool.
Yeah. The next shoe is the Crawe. Which is a totally new shoe. And even though it has a sort of rather concave sole, it's still designed to be fairly flat. So it's instead of being like a very aggressive shoe which bends the whole foot into a sort of powerful position, it's sort of designed to be a little bit more flat, but still have the sort of cup, and which gives it sort of a better ability to pull with the toes. And it also has a sort of semi-stiff midsole. Which gives it both good edging power, but still also because it's flat, it's nicer to climb on volumes with. Like as in comparison maybe to the Hiangle, where your foot is a little bit cramped. So climbing on the flat volumes isn't maybe always ideal. And this is sort of the style which is more common today, especially in indoor gyms.
Today.
But I climbed with it like just for a week, like last week, and find it, because it's a little bit wider and a little bit flatter, it climbs a little bit more like a Moccasym. And also where you can, I like climbing with a sort of a flat foot, even when it's steep, because I can sort of climb sort of more like barefooted in a way. Like more with more feeling. I mean, I think at least. And I was a bit, when I first tried it out, I was a bit skeptical about like the edging power on it. But it edges really well on like both on granite and on limestone.
Oh,
so.
cool. Okay.
So this shoe I really look forward to.
It looks great.
And this actually is a thing. So because the shoe is rather flat and wide, we have this tensioned band that sort of keeps the foot into place and helps keep the foot, the front of the foot, into sort of the concave position.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And also sort of helps it rebound in this direction. So it sort of keeps the foot in place when you're sort of smearing your whole foot like this.
Yeah.
So the foot doesn't roll inside, sort of.
Right. Okay. That sounds cool.
And then it's a knitted upper.
Yeah. Looks nice and stretchy.
Yeah. So it's a really comfortable shoe and.
Fantastic. Well, we'll look forward to getting a pair of these in due course.
Yeah. All right. We can take.
Do you want me to? Yeah.
Let's start with this one. Yeah.
Oh,
or
okay.
you maybe want to hold them.
I'll hold them and I can pass it to you.
Yeah.
So now we're looking at the Kirigami.
Yeah. The Kirigami is the next shoe I want to have a look at. It's an entry-level shoe. And for being an entry-level shoe, I think the fit is amazing. I would feel like if you are a sort of a intermediate climber, you could be like happy doing most of your climbs in this. And I don't know the UK price, but it should retail at €90.
Right. Okay. So that's a very
so it's a very decently priced shoe. And the heel fit, for being a beginner's shoe, I think the heel fit is very, very nice.
Yeah.
So that's that, and it also comes in a rental version.
Right.
With a non-marking marathon rubber.
Right. Okay.
But still a black rubber. And on the rental, it's the sizing is written on the heel tab,
that's
and then
nice
a button to keep them in pairs.
Right. Very good.
And also a microfiber shoe, so it's washable for the climbing gyms.
Excellent. Yeah. And then finally the kids version.
Which I'm sort of excited about it because we haven't really had a very good kid shoe for quite a while.
Right.
And I think this is a good addition to our line, and it feels like a good shoe, and also a shoe which lets the children's feet to be in a sort of neutral position.
That's quite important.
Because you don't want to put the growing foot into a crammed. And they climb, like kids climb in a very natural sort of barefoot way anyway. So I think it's sort of good to keep.
Yeah. No, they all look fantastic.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.